Jimmy Carter. Remember Jimmy Carter?
Yes.
Our boy, he was in office.
Rip.
Total rip. He had sort of a weird presidency. Remember?
Yes.
Like there was a lot of after presidency stuff we loved, but there was like some presidency stuff we didn't love.
Scratch your head a little.
It was crazy. Factories were shutting down everywhere. Unemployment was way up. Vietnam War sort of was over, but left the country super, super divided. It was a mess. You had the whole aftermath of Watergate going on, right? That was Nixon in the late 60s, right? Everybody's pissed off. And there was this whole vote of no confidence in the government.
So it's kind of like it is today.
Basically the same thing. Yes, right.
Perpetual.
Yeah. But so people, well, I mean, now we know the American dream's kind of like fake. But back then, this was off the 50s and the 60s, right? So this was the first time people started thinking the American dream was like not real.
So this is part of his storytelling, then.
Yes.
It's like he's bringing to life.
Yes, that's exactly that. That's what he started singing about. So think about it. He was the voice of the people that felt left behind. When he started singing about all these working guys and dead-end jobs and people getting married too young and all these teenagers who are dreaming about getting out of their hometowns, that was real life for like millions and millions of people at the time. Like he wasn't just writing music. He was writing the history like that we're talking about on the podcast. It's just in a way that people could dance to and like relate with a lot shorter. I mean, we take 45 minutes to talk about Bruce Springsteen. In 3 minutes, he was summing up someone's life. And it was, do you remember the Greek gods episode we just did, the Greek things, right?
Yeah.
Right. So it was the same thing, but kind of like the same thing. They needed the gods to connect with. They needed flawed gods to feel connected. So this is the same thing, but in reverse. So Bruce was singing about everything everyone was going through, and people felt connected to that. Like they were understood by him, and he was a voice for the voiceless. So kind of like, you also had to think about this. New Jersey at the time, super industrial, felt like the baby brother to New York. Like there was that whole thing going on, right? Like who's New Jersey? What's New Jersey? So like it was a whole right place, right time thing with him because New Jersey was looking for the rock star, their folk hero, their somebody that could stand up for them. And he was that guy, totally.
But then what did he do in the 80s? Because you were giving the history of what was happening in the 70s. But then he got famous in the 80s.
Yeah,
so what was happening in the 80s?
But like both things, because he was already famous in the 70s. So it does depend on when you were born and when you grew up, right? I remember more of the 70s, you remember more of the 80s. That's when Born in the USA went crazy. So all these other bands are like doing coke and playing with their synthesizers and everything. But Bruce, remember, he was just playing that guitar. He had the blue jeans. He had the white T-shirt, rocking out, telling a story about America. Like, America's not awesome, doesn't have all its shit together all the time. So go back to like Nebraska and why that was so pioneering in 1982. It wasn't just an album. He was literally holding the mirror up to everybody saying, look at America right now. It's not that pretty. Actually, you know what he was doing? He was being very vociferous. So sort of the same concept in the 80s where he was bucking the trend of music and that was still relating to a bunch of working class people. Absolutely was.
And so because people could relate to it, he now is this huge icon.
Yes.
And now that he's 76
years old.
Six-ish, yeah.
Yes. Uh-huh. Decades and decades later.
Now there's this movie.
Yes, there is.
To encapsulate this little part of his life.
Yes.
That the movie then thinks was a very pivotal moment.
Yes.
I'd assume.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Because it's sort of like, I think they picked I don't think they wanted to just do another biopic, right?
Well, that's
Maybe.
why earlier when you said biopic, I was like, well, it's not really about his life.
Exactly. So I think they were looking for where art and America collided. I think they were looking for a story here.
Okay.
And we'll see. I mean, the jury's out. I don't know if this is an excellent movie or not. I can't tell you one way or the other. I think it's a good idea on what they're trying to accomplish. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. So the movie's called Deliver Me From Nowhere, and it's literally about Bruce in his house in 1982, sitting in his bedroom with a little 4-track cassette recorder. Like literally, Amanda, a Sears tape deck, which you have no idea what that is, but I grew up with those. With just his guitar, song lyrics, trying to record this new album all by himself.
Okay. I do know what a tape deck is.
Okay, fine.
But speaking of things just sitting there and not having anything done to them, like how is this movie at all interesting? Because 2 hours on him creating Nebraska seems kind of like a snore fest.
Right, especially for you who know nothing about him and don't care about music.
I need the drama. I need.
But if this was
some
what?
hook.
Tic-Tac-Toe, the guy who made Rent?
Tick,
what?
tick, boom.
Tick, tick, boom, then you would watch it. So first of all,
There's drama.
I don't know if this is going to be interesting. The jury's out. I don't know. But I will say this. They are playing this up as like a huge drama. This is not.
Oh, really?
This is not like some feel-good movie. This is about him struggling with becoming famous and having the world at his feet. And then they said we're going to talk a little bit later about his dad and depression and him battling his own depression and this pressure of trying to personify the guy he didn't want to be, the boss, the front man. Like he didn't want to do. Thanks for listening. If you like this content, subscribe, leave a review, and share with us your episode ideas. We'll pretend like they're ours and pass them off as our own. If you like this short and want to watch another, click here. If you want to catch a whole episode,